What's up guys, Tom here from the Football Boots team, and today I'm back here at Ultra Football, the world's biggest football store, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the cleanest boot options out there for you guys on the market and looking at some of our top 10 white football boots. Let's get into it. Alright, so here I am. As you guys at home can see, I have some boxes set up on either side of me, and these are going to be making up our top 10 white boots. Now I think we should just dive straight into it. And I'm going to start right here at number 10. We have, first off, take a look at that box. It looks absolutely amazing. Snake skin detailing around the outside, someone's logo. As you all probably know what these are already, it is the Pogba Season 5s. Now, before you start giving me hate as to why these are at number 10, there is a reason to it. The main one being that Pogba isn't actually going to be wearing these for much longer at all now that the new silver colorway of the Predators is coming out in that redirect pack. So these are actually almost past their best buy, but for a boot they look absolutely amazing. Again, the chrome finish on the sole plate, as we've seen on so many of the Predators so far, and I just think it looks incredible. Tied in with that little Paul Pogba logo on the tongue, which is also in like a fluorescent sort of silver knit, which looks amazing. Snake detailing across the upper, obviously. It is a very, very clean boot, and it comes in at number 10 on our countdown. So without further ado, let's put these to the side and get into number 9. Alright, moving on to number 9, we're looking at an Adidas box now, and inside here we have the Nemesis 18 Plus in that white pink colorway. Now these look good as well, but again they're reasonably low because they've just been replaced with the brand new Nemesis 19 Plus, which looks absolutely out of this world. That's why this boot is so low down the countdown. Favorite parts? Ooh, it's a hard one. I'm still not a massive fan of the collar on the Nemesis, but the sole plate on this is pretty cool. It's like a pearlescent white with that pink dot spray paint sort of splatter finish on the bottom. Another good shout if we're looking at Nemesis boots would be that Messi Nemesis in the white blue colorway. That looks really clean as well. But let's move on to number 8. On to number 8, and we've got to dive down into this pile as it falls over. We're back with another Adidas box, and now this one is the Adidas X. We're looking in that white yellow colorway. Straight away eye-catching. Favorite part of this boot is actually that skeletal weave, seeing those bright yellow lines flowing through that upper. Again, it's not that high up our countdown because it has been replaced by that new X19, and some of those colorways, the one in the redirect pack especially, looks absolutely incredible. I don't mind that. Again, with white boots there's not going to be super much to talk about, but it looks very, very clean. And the sole plate, I like how you can see through it and see those drilled holes, which is saving weight on the boot. But we'll put those down to the side as well and get on to number 7. And in number 7 we're opening a New Balance box for the first time in this countdown, and we're looking at the brand new Tequila. Now this colorway is again about as clean as you can get with the white on the upper, and then the iridescent effect on the sole plate. Looks very, very good. This boot is one underrated boot that a lot of people look past on the market, with that upper being very, very soft and thin. Now, one problem with these boots is there is no pro player support at all, which is a very big shame. But without further ado, let's move on to number 6. And into number 6, we're back onto Adidas, and we are looking at the Copper 19.1s. Now these are some of the cleanest white leather boots you will see. The only bit of color is that 3 stripes on the medial side, on the instep. Also a little bit of green splattering on the sole plate, and a touch of green in some of those studs. But I think these look very, very clean for sure. One of only 2 leather boots that we have in this top 10 countdown. I'm a big fan of these Coppers, but again, not too much to say about them, so we move on to number 5. So we have hit the halfway point And you guys at home, how are you liking the countdown so far? Are you liking these boots? Make sure to let us know in the comments what's your favorite and what's your pick for number 1 coming up later in the video. As for number 5, we're back onto a New Balance box and we're looking at the Infinite Light Pack again, and this time we're looking at the Furon 5.0. Now, 2 things catch your eyes with this boot. It is that sole plate again with the iridescent effect, and also the New Balance logos also has a slight sort of twinkle to them, and I think they look very, very good. Another boot that sort of goes under the radar. Of course, these are limited edition from New Balance, so very clean, nice looking white boot. But again, we're going to put those to the side and move on to number 4. We're down to our last 4, and as you can see, we've got a pretty good varied amount of brands. So what do you guys think is going to be number 4? I can tell you already, we're looking at Adidas again. And as we open it up, what boot could it be? Obviously the one that we haven't looked at quite yet. We're looking at the Adidas Predator from the Virtuoso pack. Obviously the whole pack is included in this because they are all white based boots. Now this has to be my favorite of the bunch though. As you can see, we've got the blue on the 3 stripes. We also have blue woven into the knit with little dots, almost little arrow lights. They look very, very clean. And then my favorite part of this boot is the sole plate. It's like a silver reflective, it's got sparkles in it, and also of course the blue spray paint splatter effect. I think they look very, very clean. They come in at number 4, but we are now onto our top 3. Now with our top 3, this is when it starts to get really, really hard what we are picking. But in at number 3 is one that I almost put at number 1. If there weren't other people involved in this, you guys know me, you know what sort of boots I love, and it is the Fernando Torres Mizuno Moralia, and it is absolutely amazing. Our second leather boot in the list so far. For a start, just take a look at that box. It has gold and silver speckles all over it, and it just looks incredible. It's like gold and silver flakes. Now these are of course the MIJs, the made in Japan. So the leather and the build quality of these boots is so, so special. It is next level. Nothing comes close to it. The leather is so soft, as you can see as I push on it. Now these are limited to 1,999 pairs only to celebrate Torres signing his first ever professional contract in 1999. Now they look absolutely incredible with the white upper and the red detailing. Of course F9T on the heel to stand for Torres' logo. Now I'm going to have to put these aside. I don't want to, trust me, I want to put these on my feet, but we've got to crack into number 2. Alright, and now on to number 2. We have a Puma box and a Nike box. Unfortunately for Puma, coming in at number 2 is their brand new Code Breakers in the Future 19.1. Now these are a very, very clean boot with obviously that code around the back heel of it. Now this is the most limited pair of boots that we have in this countdown. There is only 1,400 pairs of these in the world, so very limited, and we were lucky enough to get our hands on some here at Ultra Football. And the code on the back of this heel is the latitude and longitude location of the San Siro in Italy. And I think these boots just look incredible. I love the fact that that code rolls around onto that sole plate and you can see it through the sole plate itself. I think that looks so, so cool. And the boots just look so clean. And as you can see on the back of the heel, here is the latitude and the longitude as I was talking about. You can see it almost is iridescent, like it's there, but it's not in your face. You really got to look for it, and it's touches like that that I really like in a football boot. But for now, we've got to put these to the side, and we have made it to number 1. Now, thank you guys for sticking this far in the video. If you have, make sure to let us know down below what is your favorite boot, and have a guess right now what is come in at number 1. This boot, we've already seen it a bit on the channel. I've talked about it a bit, but it is right here, the Nike Level Up pack. Of course, only worn by 3 players, Mbappe, Ronaldo, and Sam Kerr. But there is just something about this boot. I just love it so much. Celebrating 20 years of Mercurial, all the detail on there, all those little bits of color, it just looks incredible. Now, I'll show you a cool effect as well. You get to see that leopard print when you put the flash on your phone, it just pops out. Just the details that are on this level up boot are absolutely incredible, all the way down to the anklets. There's that bit of colour, that bit of detail. It just looks incredible as it pops off the white. I also love the fact that these weren't a limited release, so most people, if you really wanted them, you could get your hands on them. I almost want to get a pair just to sit on my shelf, because I don't think I would actually be wearing these. Do you agree with my top 10, with our top 10 countdown? If not, make sure to let us know. If you do, tell us we got it spot on. But that's it for the video today, and thank you all for sticking through this far and watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. But that's it for me.